This is YouTube Joseph WM. The first animals. Maybe we begin. Sorry, let's begin. So so far we've seen the origin of life, the great oxygenation event, the first novel Earth, the first eukaryotes or cells of internal organelles, basically protists, and we've seen them turn from protists to proto-animals. In last video, which their ancestors their ancestors actually they were proto-animals after they diverged around 750 million years BCE until like 665 million years BCE. So now and then also at this point hold on, this is probably something like what stem animals might look like, something like a pros. This could be what the last universal common ancestor of all animals. No, I think the stem animal the last universal is probably now around 570, no, around 665 million years ago. The first, this is, and this how this animal becomes. Even though a lot of people think it looks the last universal common ancestor. I mean, the first animals. I mean, the first true animal looked more like that. I think it looked more like this. And then also probably more like that this was probably a stem animal. I'm not giving name. Probably looked more like this. Oh no, I think probably this one looks. No, these are probably stem animals. Probably still looked more like this, and then it's called it's probably what it looked. This could be what stem animals look like, which included ranging morphs, which we'll talk about later. This was a Eumetazoan and then also they eventually oh, the sky's blue by this time. Oh, sorry. Just ignore that. By this time they diverged into the sponges and into this will be for you at the Eumetazoan lived there around 650 million. No, 665 million years BC. Yeah, I believe it was. Well, I do. I think it was asymmetrical. It looked more like this. And then also it had extracellular matrix. I don't know what that means. And a basement membrane of basement membrane collagen and different cell types. Around 570 million years BC, it split into the Bilurian, which was a which was this another which was, this was the common ancestor of all other animals. Most of now other animals, besides sponges, and sponges diverge around the sign of Bilarian, the common ancestor of all animals with symmetry. And this could have been a stem animal that before I keep going back. Then this was around the time the Earth froze in the cryogenia between 735 and 650, and then also and then in between the two, the first district. Hold on. First there was this Dufy-Stroorian glaciation, which was the second snowball Earth, and then things warmed back up a little, and then there was the cyanobacteria to transition from cyanobacteria to algae dominated the world, and then also algae were the dominant producers. At this point, ever since life started up till now, it's been cyanobacteria. It's not important. And the evolution of animals that will lead to humans in the distant future. The Marinon glaciation happened again now by 600 in 30 million years ago. It was over 635 to 539 or so million years ago. About from 639 to 539 million years ago. Sorry, with the Ediacaran is when things really finally start to take off. This is the Uber the bi the biome the Uber the Uberian appears the common ancestor of all of most animals that the ones that are not asymmetrical around 570 million years BCE in the Ediacaran. It was by this point jellyfish have also appeared. Sorry, let me flip these around. That hard nothing to do with Valentine's Day. Jellyfish are roaming the ocean. And then also there's jellyfish, there's sponges. These leaf-looking like things are called Charnia. Topic for another series. There's a whole bunch of things. Topic in that. Talk about another series, and then also then here's the Dickinsonia, which is it's part of an extinct it's not a rangeomorph. It's part of an extinct kingdom of life on Earth. Pretty sure Charnia. I'll type in the description box if I'm wrong. Charnia are rangeomorphs, which we don't know what they are, but they're certainly not plants, lichen, algae, or seaweed. We're not sure if they're bacteria or fungus, or colonies of bacteria or fungus or animals, but they live in the dark. I'm pretty sure they were part of stem animal lineage. And also the last surviving one, probably, maybe, perhaps. And then bilaterian. hold on, the Uber Herber Herbalaterian and divergent evolved into many different species we'll talk about next time, including our ancestor Sprunga. I forget what it's called, but it's Sprigina. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, I could be wrong, that Sprigina was our ancestor from this time. But either way, Indica and Sonia were in the same phylum. And then also, anyway, going forward, so you know, kingdom, human, the taxonomy system is domain. Humans are, for example, in the domain. Domain eukaryotes, kingdom animals, which is when we were protists, we became eukaryotes. Now we're animals. Phylum chordates, which we'll get to in the episode after next episode. So hopefully in 2 weeks. And then also and then kingdom, phylum chordates, and class mammal, which we'll get to a while from now, and even further from now. Now, order primate, genus. No, I mean order primate, family hominid, hominids or great apes. Humans are in the great ape family, or it's debatable whether or not we're apes ourselves, and that's not. Genus Homo, humans, and species Homo sapiens. So, no, we'll talk with Homo sapiens at the end, probably the last episode, the conclusion, and then also, anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as always. Bye bye. I forgot to play a soundtrack I made for the series. Hold on, I'll play it now. From now on, future episodes, I'll play it. Keep in mind, this music was made by AI, so no one has the right to give me a copyright takedown request. It's in the public domain. It was AI generated. I'm not stealing from anyone. If you do, I'm not going to. Alright, that's a good first outro. It's going to be the intro and outro music for the series from now on. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like. Most of my series, I'm going to start trying to create an intro and outro soundtrack. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll give this link to. I'll start. At the end of the series, I'll link my source. So I'm going. Every episode from now, I'm going to link where I get the pictures from, besides the ones that are in public domain, the ones that are drawings. Bye. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye.